learn the language of the Korean puns. Well, let's get into the first game of this series, Najin mFire versus Anarchy. The Z ban coming through, the nerfs may have already hit, but that's not going to stop Mickey from playing it, and I think it's wise to ban that, especially since Najin is probably going to try and first pick Victor here. They're also just going to take away Snowflower's Thresh, that champion that he likes to roam with and make plays on in the mid lane.
And it's also worth noting the last time Mickey played Zed versus Najin mFire, he went nuts and he was like 10-0, and I forget the amount of assists he had.
Yeah,
but
game 3.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was actually played it into Goong's LeBlanc and went absolutely crazy.
Yep. So Mickey not going to get that Zed. Hecarim going to be banned by Najin mFire. Ixu played well on the Hecarim in the past, I think.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Basically, Najin's strategy is to go after pocket bans here from Anarchy and just attempt to make them as uncomfortable as possible. So no real power bans at all from Najin mFire. They're just going to leave everything up and say, these are your strongest champions. These are the champions you can carry games on and deal damage with, and we're just going to take them away. Cassiopeia ban, that was a ban that KT used against them, but Najin didn't pick it against Janair in their last best of 3, so I'm not exactly sure how valuable that is. They may try and take the Rumble away, but I'd be a bit surprised not to see the Victor go first here for Goong.
Yeah, but Duke's still a fantastic Rumble player, very strong laner on that champion. But okay, the Victor is going to be the hover now.
Yeah, Mickey plays Victor, and so does Goong. And now that the Zed, which is, we've seen in the past, a decent counterpick to Victor, goes away, that means that the Victor should be the priority, and it is. So Gragas will be taken. Anarchy may go for the Alistar here. There are just so many power picks up. Now, Lyra having the Gragas is a very real threat. Yeah,
Lyra's very good on that Gragas. He puts a lot of early pressure, especially on the mid lane, in order to get Mickey rolling. But they may look for the Corki here as well to pair with the Gragas here.
Yeah, I don't know if OQ... I mean, OQ's just not much of a Corki player, honestly.
Well, maybe they want to set up a specific composition, but I feel like instead of the Corki, maybe they could just pick their mid laner here, possibly.
They could, but again, Mickey's probably going to try and do something a bit weird. Mickey is the only other mid laner who's done things like play mid lane Aurelia, so if you show your hand too early, you can get a composition built against you. So I think that the Corki is a very nebulous pick. It's such a powerful AD carry right now in this poke meta. Watch going to get his hands on one of his favorite champions, that Evelynn, and they're going to take the Sivir.
Okay, so Najin possibly looking for a hard engage composition. Maybe we'll see what their top lane and support picks end up being. Alistar falling very far down the draft, Monte Cristo.
Yeah, true, very true. That is a bit surprising, especially that they wanted to take the Evelynn before the Alistar when Gragas had already been chosen.
So will this force Rebels Anarchy to pick Maokai, which they have locked in, and the Alistar in this rotation to really kind of eliminate two very strong hard engage champions from Najin mFire?
Yeah, and they want to hard engage. Now, they already do have a nice source of primary engage with the Eve, so it's not really necessary that they have the Maokai and the Alistar also. Anarchy pretty low damage with their composition. They need a big-time mid laner, and they're going to go with the Annie instead.
All right, Snowflower and Sangin are known when they're streaming for playing high damage lanes. So maybe they're trying to bring this out in this competitive match today against Najin mFire.
Yeah, but even so, the Sivir's going to have an advantage early, and you can just spell shield Annie's stun if you have to. So, I mean, Annie not as potent in a Sivir lane, especially with the sustain from Alistar. Also, if they end up going for that support. Remember, Pure loves Nautilus more than anything else, though.
But he has also been playing a lot of Alistar, so we'll see what the pickup here is for Najin mFire in their support role. But now they're talking over their picks, and Rebels Anarchy will have a chance to counterpick that top lane.
Well, it's probably going to be Rumble or Nautilus top. They'll have a... They're going to counterpick the mid lane with that last pick, and they're maybe going for the support cannon again. It is something that worked against Janair quite well, actually. Okay, so the Fizz counterpick to Maokai coming through. So this will be the third time an elite top laner has done this in Korea. It's been Smeb and Marin who have seen success doing this so far. And actually, Ixu had this done to him by Smeb.
Yeah.
So now we'll see how good Duke's Fizz is. You know what? I bet it's pretty good.
It's probably pretty good. He has played it, I think, and it looked very, very strong.
Yes. He did not play, he played Cinderhulk Fizz, though, not the Trinity Force Fizz.
Ah, okay. So. All right, so Rebels Anarchy looking for their mid lane to finish up their composition. Mickey locks in Ahri.
A lot of teams deciding to ban both Zed and Ahri against Rebels Anarchy just because Mickey, that's one of the champions that Mickey can just take over games with, but in this specific circumstance, OQ not going to be quite as vulnerable. And they have very good peel against an Ahri with a Kennen.
Yeah.
Remember, Kennen could just sit there with Slicing Maelstrom on, and if Mickey Spirit rushes in, he'll just get stunned.
Yep.
So that actually is a very nice counter. And we'll see what Duke can do in this Fizz Maokai matchup that has proved incredibly beneficial for Fizz in the laning phase. We've seen solo kill after solo kill. Maokai really has a hard time with this one. And especially, a lot of it's just the itemization, having to build both MR and armor to stop all of the damage. Also, you get that percent HP coming in, and it really becomes a nightmare very quickly to trade with the Fizz. So right here, Najin want standard lanes. They want to get the Kennen and the Sivir into a lane to bully the Corki early, and they want the 1v1 between Fizz and Maokai for sure.
Yep. But on the side for Rebels Anarchy, I like the amount of kill pressure they have on the mid lane onto Goong's Victor. Goong did take Cleanse to kind of make sure he has a go-home free card from one charm or stun, but that's still a lot of kill pressure, I think, with the Gragas and together.
All right, well, let's get into game one. Rebels Anarchy versus Najin.
All right, here we are, fans out in force.
That's right, and Anarchy grouping up early. Meanwhile, Najin just going for more standard fan approach. Anarchy looking like they want to get that invade on. Snowflower already has his W stun charged up. And Goong, you see Mickey right around that mid lane. So wards going in deep for Anarchy. They do not want standard lanes, one would imagine.
Well, meanwhile, Najin mFire mirrors the ward placement that Rebels Anarchy are going for, and they really want that standard lane, so we'll see how this unfolds.
Now, we do see Duke placed a ward at the blue buff, so if Anarchy is going to start there, and also watches checking him out at the moment. He knows they're right in that brush. This could be a bit of a collapse, actually, from Najin. Also, notice where Mickey is standing. He's standing there because he doesn't want people to walk through mid lane and around where they don't have wards to set up a gank. That's actually very clever. Just like a little thing that you notice, but he was standing very far forward.
Well, he's backed off now, and so they don't see it. But
they have a ward there. It's fine.
Yep. They still got it covered.
Yeah, they do, but Najin they know they're out of ward range. They're going to come in right as the ward dies. So the ambush, the trap has been set for Anarchy. Oh no, it's going to be a 5v3 right here. There's the death ray coming in. Snowflower's going to get the stun off, but there's the cleanse. Sonyun comes down, but that's first blood. Anarchy trying to run OQ flashes, but can't get after Lyra. First blood goes to Pure.
Goong ended up using Cleanse in that exchange.
Yes,
so
on the Annie stun. Yes, he did.
So this could be a chance for Rebels Anarchy to make something happen in the mid lane, maybe at level 2.
Yeah, but Lyra's been delayed, and Lyra also doesn't have Flash. It's going to be really hard for Lyra to do anything, actually, with that before the cleanse comes back up. It's not the longest cooldown on the summoner spell. So also Lyra extremely hurt now because he didn't get a leash at his red buff. So that went very poorly, but okay.
There's watch.
Mickey, there you go. There's your level 2 gank berry.
From the other side, watch on Evelynn.
All right.
This game's gone south.
Well, we've talked about that. That was actually very similar to what SK Telecom did against that warding pattern. It is a danger that you run at level 1. especially if your mid laner isn't there to kind of help out or isn't aware of what's going on. And that was just very smart from Anarchy, honestly. They had a timer on the ward, and they knew the exact location, and they stayed out of vision for just until precisely that timer. So that's just some really good play by Najin, honestly. You can't expect, if you're Anarchy, for Najin to have that level of information and discipline to go into there and ambush you like that. That was extremely well played.
Yep. And unfortunate start. 2 kills right off the bat for Najin mFire. So, well, we got standard lanes going, Monte Cristo, and looks like Najin has the advantage in every lane right now.
Well, that's what's going to happen, and now Ixu has to be very afraid. He's got no flash either against an Ignite Fizz in the bottom lane, and Watch is just being a pain in the ass in mid lane, wandering around, waiting for Mickey to come back in. Mickey has a pink ward on that side. He's going to have to play towards his ward.
Well, Ixu might be in trouble here. Oh, dear.
Okay. Well, it's getting silly. And here we go. There we have the gank, and Ixu already low. Goodbye. Watch picks up another one. He's actually taking a lot of these kills. 2 of them, 1 out of mid and 1 out of the bottom lane already, even though the Ignite was down and ticking, and Ixu had no way to get out of that. He really did not have to steal that kill at all.
Well,
Watch is like, yes, yes I did.
More kills.
More kills for Watch.
I want that Triforce. Triforce Eve is actually a lot of fun to play. You do so much damage.
You do. It's true. I cannot deny that you do, in fact, do a ridiculous amount of damage with Warrior Enchant and Trinity Force.
Well, Watch almost has his Warrior Enchant finished right off the bat here on his first back.
Time to walk into the enemy jungle and start messing up Lyra, honestly. I mean, if you already have that much money, you need to just go start torturing the enemy jungler.
Yep.
He's going to get seen at the Raptor buff, however. We'll clear out that ward immediately after finishing the camp. Look how fast he can jungle this early on with the 2 longswords.
2 longswords, the Ranger's Trailblazer.
Uh-oh. Okay. Mickey just have to run. Using that Q forces the flash as he tries to get that speed up. But this is just a disaster already for Anarchy.
Well, so what do you do, Monte Cristo, in this situation? Do you just sit back, try to farm as much as you can, or do you group as well and try to do something?
They're going to try and get a pick on a Pure. Pure getting very low, going to have to flash over the wall. Songyun not going to be there in time to get the Phosphorus Bomb off. So they try and make a pick. It's a good call, but still not having much luck. And look at the item difference. It's a longsword to a pickaxe right now. And you're also against this Kennen who has such intense harassment during the laning phase. This is, with the standard lanes that Najin got, that would have been enough of an advantage, honestly. But you add in this Evelyn, who has 2 kills already and is a level up on your jungler. The fact that really 2 of your lanes, neither of your solo lanes has a flash available, and that translates into some pretty rough times here. They're trying to ward up heavily. Anarchy is trying to protect their duo lane at the very least. You can see they have a smattering of wards on that side of the map. Watch actually going to walk through a pink ward unbeknownst to him and gets pinged out.
Yep. Well, OQ is pretty much spell shielding everything that Snowflower's throwing at him, and that Ricochet is doing so much harass against this bottom lane from Rebels Anarchy.
There's just no way they can trade right now, honestly. They don't have good sustain, and OQ, look at his Fearless just walking straight up, even in the face of the anti-stun, just going to go ahead and spell shield.
Oh, God. Oh! Well,
decapitated.
Yep. He didn't duck. Well, Snowflower didn't duck when, you know, OQ Sivir says, you better duck.
Yeah, said you better duck, and that means that Snowflower is like, where's the duck button?
Well,
there is no duck button.
There's no duck button, only the goose button.
Okay, now they're going to dive the turret. Pure may have overextended. Nope, Summoner Heal going to save him. Not sure you can actually pull that one off, Najin. Little questionable. They did get 2 Summoners out of it, though, for just 1 in return.
Yep, and they have Pure's Ignite back up.
All right, Mickey coming topside. He knows that they're trying to get a blue buff transfer. OQ playing this very aggressively. Is this going to be an OQ moment?
Well, level 6 to level 5. and yep, it looks like it might be an OQ moment.
Oh, gonna flash. Can he actually get out of this? He still has Spell Shield, I believe. There it is. So he gets the mana back. Nicely played.
Here comes Watch.
Yep, gonna try and just turn this one around. Goong is here. Goong has no mana. Flash Chaos Storm. Good night, Mickey, as Watch gets another kill. And OQ, he was saving his Spell Shield that entire time. He was full HP, so flashing and then using it. But you know what that did? By saving his Spell Shield so late, he actually dragged out the time that Mickey spent committing to kill him, which gave Goong the opportunity to walk into the top side.
And just throw down a Chaos.
So I guess he knew that he wasn't going to die based on Ari's itemization, because otherwise he could have used that Spell Shield on some of the damage earlier instead of just dragging Mickey further down the lane. Honestly, Najin is playing this very well. So we take a look at this right now. He has Spell Shield on or off cooldown, I'm pretty sure, waiting as long as possible until the lethal would come through, the last tick of the Spirit Rush, and that gives Watch time to get up here and get his ult. Mickey doesn't die if Spell Shield is not used in that way.
Well, goodbye, Mickey. Watch picks up another kill, 3-0-0, and wow, solo kill. Well, who's going to stop this Fizz now?
Yeah.
It looks like Najin mFire is ready to Fizz on Rebels Anarchy.
Fizz on them?
Yep.
I wouldn't want to be fizzed on.
It is quite the messy conundrum. Well, this is looking increasingly bad for Rebels Anarchy as the game progresses.
Yep, gonna go ahead and take the blue buff also, so Najin takes 2 blues out of that.
Jeez. What do you do if you're Rebels Anarchy? Do you just surrender at 20? Because this is one of the few teams that will surrender quite early, I think.
They did surrender at 21 minutes against SK Telecom.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a dire situation. You think about how the level 1 went, but to Najin's credit, Najin's been playing this extremely well.
Yep.
But this is what is so confusing about Najin. They're such a hot and cold team. In games like the one we're watching, they perform with such precision and teamwork, but they also tend to fall apart very quickly. It's kind of weird.
Oh,
so Goong gonna get all in on Chaos Storm, but he's
my.
going to turn it around. Lyra's there. Lyra's going to try and flash body slam. He'll get out. And he's going to slow Watch up. Hate Spike's still coming in. Watch has no flash. Used it earlier in the engagement, so can't get the kill. Trade 1 for 1, but Goong with the... Oh, actually, Watch gets another kill. 4-0-0.
Yeah, 4-0-0. I think at this point you just get the Triforce. That you want to snowball as hard as possible.
I actually agree with you. And there are some situations where, as a jungler, if you're this far ahead, you should just go kill them all.
Yep.
Because you can basically just hide forever in the enemy jungle right now. Just keep killing people. So here's what happened earlier to Ixu. He gets nerfed.
Well, you see, you have the 20% damage reduction versus 20% damage amplification. So it's like Maokai's ult doesn't exist.
It's actually a very good point. So, yep, OQ going to take a turret. Nice global goal for the rest of his team as Najin increases their lead to about 5,000 at 11 minutes. This is a ridiculous advantage that we're seeing develop.
Yep, and oh boy. They're establishing control over this Dragon Pit. Watch got a Sightstone on his last back along with the pink ward.
Oh, Watch.
Oh, dear.
Ixu is going to get fizzed again. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, Ixu.
Just got stabbed right in the back with that trident. Oh, man.
I love how there's been no dragons so far this game. We've had 9 kills.
Oh, boy. This is going to shape up as one of the more bloodthirsty games we're going to see this season,
well,
I feel like.
This is why Najin is so frustrating, though, right? It's just, you know the individual skill is there, and when it's unlocked, they can absolutely style on people. But so much of the time, they falter on their own communication and their own shot calling. It's a very baffling team. I know there are a lot of Najin fans out there that would certainly agree with me about this. Because on paper, man, this team looks great. And when they have games like this, you're like, holy cow, this team could be so good.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of the spring season, everyone was pegging Najin mFire to be the second place or the vying for first place with SK Telecom. But, yeah, and then they just kind of flopped really hard. And looking good now.
I mean, they're looking all right. They're coming off of back-to-back losses. We can't ignore they got blown out by KT, and Jin also dispatched them, relatively cleanly.
Well, Najin going for the first dragon at 13 minutes in. And even more advantage is going Najin's way.
And what is Ixu? What is a Maokai to do right now? You're down 40 CS.
Well,
this Fizz can solo kill you at the drop of a hat, especially now that his Ignite is up.
And also has a Sheen.
Looks like OQ is just, he decided to go through for Everest-bladed Berserker Greaves, so he just
wants to bully harder.
Yeah, he wants to, and also be able to push turrets down really fast with the Berserker Greaves.
Yep. Well, Duke is going to have to back off a little bit because Lyra is here. He isn't strong enough to actually 2v1 people yet.
I don't know if that's true.
Not against the Gragas, I feel like, with the damage reduction and the % health damage coming out of the Gragas.
I don't know about that. I would not try and 2v1 him at the moment. He's 2 levels up on your top laner.
Well, Lyra going to take his red buff. Ixu in Eternal Agony.
Having a rough time, and Ixu is now having flashbacks to having played against the Ku Tigers where this exact scenario unfolded.
Well, Lyra's trying to stick around on the top side of the jungle, making sure Ixu is somewhat safe. But now OQ just farming up a storm in this bottom lane now.
Yep. And there's not really much Songyun can do. The advantage is just really overwhelming. OQ just slowly pushing this into the bottom side. 2 towers already down in favor of Najin. So how are they going to snowball this? Watch could be, honestly, Watch could be doing a lot more right now. He could be getting in much deeper wards. He's basically invincible.
Well, he has, looks like his itemization, he's gone for the resist, the smaller resist item, so looks like he's just going to build straight into tank, and I am disappointed because he could have done so much more with that gold lead.
Yeah, who needs a, you don't need a tank when all your crazy high damage lanes are ahead, winning. You can just sit in the jungle and 1v1 anyone who tries to move between lanes to defend.
So. Well, Mickey kind of on the side. Pure gets hit. And a lot of damage on Pure. He is a squishy cannon.
He is a squishy cannon, and that Ahri is going to hurt, even if Mickey is behind. So looks like we have a bit of a change of plans here from Najin as they start to gather in the mid lane. It's the last outer turret they have yet to destroy, and they're just going to go ahead, be calm, take a blue buff. There's no dragon to fight over yet. And Duke heading back into lane with his Trinity Force to add to Ixu's suffering, compound it.
It looks like Najin's taking their kind of foot off the pedal right now, which I think they have the luxury of doing so.
They do. I'd like to see them just continue to play aggressively. I was enjoying watching them.
Yeah.
Earlier this game.
They got Anarchy, Rebels Anarchy has 3 people in the bottom lane right now. Watch coming down the lane to shore them up. So let's see if there's another scuffle soon.
Well, they really want to abuse this positioning from Anarchy. They're pushed up way too far. You can see Goong is constantly threatening on that bottom side, taking a big chunk out of Mickey with that Death Ray.
This top lane is out of control, though.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Duke is just pushed all the way back to the tier 2 at this stage. He's going to start autoing that turret, really putting some damage down onto the actual objective. And now, Watch. Going to find Lyra. Hello. Up gravity field, and that's going to be not a stun. Chaos Storm goes down. It is late.
Yep. Well, Mickey forced back. We're going to see another fight. Is Ixu going to die? Well, probably not.
Nope. And Watch actually gets caught out. Gets anti-stunned right there. Goog getting bounced around by the explosive cask. He's all by himself. There's a slash slicing Maelstrom, and the finisher is gotten by the Death Ray. Goog still low, starting to run with his Q. Kites it out. Watch with the kill. And OQ is now here. Ixu just going to TP right back into the mid lane. Pure here gets the stun onto Songyun. Songyun has to leave. Duke is also here. Wow. Well, that was some sloppy play from Najin, but it just didn't matter because they are so far ahead already.
Yeah, and Pure saved their bacon right there with that flash ultimate and just stunning up the rest of Anarchy. So it's kind of preventing that follow-up. And yeah.
They were looking at some of these gold leads right now. 1,500 already for Goong by himself. So Chaos Storm actually wasted, and Goong a little bit low on mana as this fight comes through. I mean, Snowflower tries to make a play here. You can see him come up and just walk up in Timbers. Honestly, Watch gets way too close to the turret. And now Goong's going to try and kite it back, but Pure with the flash slicing Maelstrom combined with the second Q auto, looked like, from Goong, and
he just walks
in under the tower for the kill. Well, you know you're ahead when you can do that.
Yep.
Sangyu gets stunned by Kennen, and Ixu gets stunned by the gravity field, but neither of them are going to go down.
You didn't even playful trickster to get in range.
No, he just walked out straight up.
Oh,
now they have TP advantage too, so who's going to stop this incredibly potent split push to the top side? Najin should just sit on this dragon for as long as possible and wait for Duke to get a tier 2, because they can get a tier 2 and then the dragon for free right now.
Yep.
If they want to. Or they'll just go for a dragon and then dive mid or something like that if they see Maokai in top.
Well, everybody at home watching this, you're being treated to a lesson on how to snowball. Actually, yesterday was a much better lesson, I think.
Yeah, SKT was nearly immaculate in their snowball that they created. Duke does not need to be a pansy right now. He can just walk in. He has the wards for this. All right, it's an exercise in how many towers can Najin take while they threaten Dragon.
Well, I mean, honestly, I would give Duke the advantage in a 3v1 even.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's not even playing very conservative.
Wow. I'm actually extremely surprised. They knew where most people were on the map right there.
You could totally thought that. His Ignite is down, but he still had his ultimate. Lear would have just died instantly between the Triforce procs from Duke, I feel like.
He may have been able to get away with his ultimate and a body slam, but that's about all he could do.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Well, we're going to see this Fizz kind of push eternally.
If I'm Ixu, I'm not sure I buy a Righteous Glory if I'm getting rocked that hard this game. I think maybe I start buying some resists instead or something that may provide me a little bit more survivability, because there's like a 0% chance that I can use that Righteous Glory effectively in this game. You're basically hoping for some sort of miracle pick using the Glory instead of actually farming up and getting yourself into the late game.
What about damage? Going to Rod of Ages maybe. So at least you can duel a little bit better?
It takes time to stack though. That time is not a luxury that you have if you're Ixu.
Abyssal Scepter? I've seen Abyssal Scepter Maokai's.
Maybe Abyssal.
Yeah.
Maybe Abyssal. I just go Cowl Shroud.
Okay. Well,
I go Catalyst Cowl Shroud, so you have sustain.
Well, Najin is going to steal away this blue buff and retreats back. Doesn't want to take a blind fight in their jungle.
It's after you're 8k up. It's after 20 minutes. Time to bait Baron. Everybody just start stacking at the Baron right now. You have so much damage to do this Baron already. Should be easy.
501 is Watch's Evelyn right now. He has a Megatron Cloak. He has a lot of magic resist, actually. That's a lot.
You know what's funny about this game, though, Barry, is how few assists there are. And this is like everyone on Najin just comprehensively outplaying their opponents.
Oh, yeah. Well, we see a 3-0-2 Duke versus a 0-3. I didn't see his assist.
Zero.
Is it 0-3-0 Ixu? Poor Ixu.
There's only one kill in this game, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, Mickey getting caught out. There's the Agony's Embrace stun coming in from Kennen. And that's just a support and jungler getting a mid laner down to a quarter HP there and forcing the ultimate out. Now they're going to come and collapse from around the back onto the mid lane turret and head further down the lane. Oh, boy.
Well, this isn't going to get any easier for Rebels Anarchy. If they're going to even try to stay in this game, they're going to have to make a big play soon somewhere. But they're just so far back, so far down.
Yeah. It's a dark time for Anarchy. Democracy has won.
Democracy has won. Lord Dome has won. Oh dear. Next thing we know, we see a Flareon just prance onto the rift.
Oh man. So, I mean, Fizz kind of looks like a Pokemon.
Yep, he does.
Fizz could easily be a Pokemon.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's a very good Pokemon because his Splash is doing a lot of damage right now.
I know you're a big Pokemon fan. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Red on the Game Boy.
I'm still playing a lot of doing a lot of breeding to actually like kind of build up a strong competitive team to actually just like rock people on Wi-Fi. Slow going right now. Well, just ward wars in that small brush. Najin eventually wins.
Very true. You know what, Barry? I think probably half the people watching this broadcast have never even used a Game Boy. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
OQ not actually committing to that. Does not have any backup right there, but gets a nice crit down onto Songyun all the same.
Game Boy, what a fantastic piece of hardware. I love that thing so much. The only downside was I didn't have a backlight, so you'd always have to like play during the day.
Or you have to buy one of those silly things that has like a light on top that shines on
you
it.
put on the little
those,
like
the clip-on cases and stuff.
Oh man, that was great. I remember like Game Boys had like the weirdest like add-ons. Like there was this one where it was like a magnifying glass with like speakers sticking out of it. It was glorious, man. That thing was awesome. I remember first Game Boy was a Game Boy Color back in '97.
Color, wow.
Yeah, Game Boy Color.
That just shows how much younger you are.
Yeah, I know, right? I got, it was my reward for bringing back report card with all A's, like the good little Korean boy I am.
Hey, I got all A's too, and I wasn't Korean, so.
Oh, man. Implying elementary school is hard.
Yes, that's true.
Well, we're going to see Scuttle Crab going over to Rebels Anarchy. And just wards being cleared out. What is Najin waiting for? They could just group as 5 tower dive and still win, I feel like.
They could just do Baron too, you know, pick a way they want to win the game. They are being very methodical in how they take down towers, but I mean, it seems strange to say this, but
they could be playing a little more
They could be winning already, and we're only 24 minutes into this game. With a 10K gold lead, they absolutely could just walk on top of Baron right now, force the fight and win the game.
Yep.
So,
I mean, this is, I guess, one of the weaknesses we see from Najin and mFire. They have this massive lead, but they don't know how to close efficiently, maybe.
Well, they are taking the more conservative approach, which isn't really problematic because they are actually steadily growing their lead by doing this because they are taking turrets and advantages. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but this game definitely could be sped up as Watch snag the Raptors away from Lyra right there, clear out a ward.
Oh, boy.
As it pops the buff. But yes, you don't need, you know, after this next dragon, if they don't go to the Baron, there's going to be something wrong with this team.
Well, 5 seconds, and it will be up, and I think it will be uncontested by Anarchy.
You know, they're just going to look for a pick, but Goom doesn't stick around long enough to set it up for Gragas and Annie. And have enough backup there, so really easy dragon. They have all the lanes pushed. Now is going to be the time to recall, swap all of your vision from bottom side to top side and go for the Baron.
Well, I am thoroughly disappointed, Monte Cristo. We have a 501 Evelyn and not a single damage item besides his jungle enchant.
Well, you know, Watch just wasn't confident enough. He thought his team needed a tank. You never need a tank when you have this amount of a gold lead.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Their tank is not going to be doing anything. Ixu is so far down.
Oh, Duke is maybe in a little bit of trouble here, but he gets the kill. Oh, man.
Nice, he can 1v2, Barry. He's not in trouble.
Well, shutdown for Lyra.
You know, and every time they do that, they lose a tower or something like that. I mean, OQ's going to be able to stand here and auto this thing. Or he's actually just going to auto Ixu. I don't know why this is just auto the tower.
Because it's OQ.
Don't chop down trees with your blades. Chop down turrets instead, OQ.
See Hero, try to kill Hero. OQ 2015.
He's going for a Blade of the Ruined King, actually, deciding to hell with any kind of armor penetration because there is no armor on Anarchy. So might as well just deal those sweet % damage and get that Baron faster. Doesn't quite have enough to finish it off, just has the recurve bow right now. So, Najin, will you move forward and take the Baron?
Well, they are pinging it. Someone's on their way. Okay, and the answer is no. Are you disappointed?
I am. I think Duke should just go there with them and kill everybody on Anarchy.
They have a blade. Maybe they're waiting for the second blade. Who knows? That might be something worth waiting for. 2 blades to take out the Baron even quicker. But OQ going to the top lane. Duke getting that huge wave, and they give up all their vision. Najin, what are you doing?
Well, they are going to be able to split push, but OQ a bit cut off right here. He still has his tier 1 to fall back to. And they just want to go for the slow split push. They realize there's nobody who could deal with Duke, so you might as well pressure the inhibitor turret.
Well, Goong moving up. He's going to check the Raptor pit. Oh, boy.
Pure just going to go in with the slicing Maelstrom, but flash for flash. And OQ pops his ultimate.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a Righteous Glory cannon.
No, that usually happens.
Yeah, I want to see it right now, though.
Well, maybe you'll get your wish soon. All right, Lyra trying to escape, but he's not going to be long for this world, as eventually somebody's going to cut him off, and Anarchy has yet to get a tower this game, so he really has nowhere to go. Duke is going to be stabbing the Fat Man until the Fat Man goes down.
Oh, man. It's almost like Duke doesn't like fat people.
Well, it's okay to talk about, that in Korea. Actually, that's actually one of the cultural things here. I mean, we were looking at the interview with Wolf last night, and he was saying that he needed to go on a diet and stuff. It's not really a taboo subject.
Not a taboo. Well, it is taboo to say straight to someone's face that they're fat. It's actually true. It is a taboo to say that. But it is, not taboo to, shame people for being fat. So
it's very interesting to me.
It's very odd. I mean, even my parents kind of say oh, you need to lose weight, Barry, because you're gaining weight, and if you're fat, you look dumb and blah blah. I was like, that is exactly what my parents said.
I don't think you look dumb, Barry.
Oh man.
I think you look very smart.
Oh, thank you for calling me fat though in the process. Monte Cristo just pushing all my buttons.
Yes, the old implication insult.
Yep.
It's one of my favorites. It's all about the subtlety, Barry.
Yeah, trying to see if someone can pick it up.
See if they actually know, if they understand.
It's a great way to test if your conversation partner is thinking about what they're saying and thinking of what, just analyzing the conversation too. Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. There's the ultimate from Evelyn. Snowflower just going to die to a boomerang blade.
They're stunned up, but he is still... Oh, look, he can get out fairly well. And will this be a Baron for Najin? Please, please. No. Oh, Najin.
Yeah, they can definitely go. They have total control over the vision. They just swept out every single ward.
And they have 2 Blade of the Ruin Kings. What are
And they have pressure in 3 lanes. Duke, well, they want to just use that kill to get an inhibitor maybe for free here with the split pushing Fizz, but Duke is peeling off.
Yeah, I mean, they also have a level 13 Evelyn versus a level 12 Gragas. And is Ixu in trouble?
Yes, he is.
Taking a lot of damage.
As they're trying to follow this up right now, Songyun in the brush, and they're going to have to flash this late Chaos Storm, going to miss Ixu. And Goong's Chaos Storms have not been great today. Duke has actually just rotated into the mid lane instead of putting pressure onto the bottom tower.
So I think this game kind of shows, even though Najin has a fantastic lead, we kind of see why they're currently 6th place in the standings.
Yes, they have the talent, but not the shot calling. That is a true statement. Well, now, finally, about 10 minutes after they could have done Baron, they're going to do the Baron. And then...
Hero doesn't have... Oh, he's going to be taken out.
Yep, no chance right there. Playful Trickster will eliminate a lot of Mickey's damage. Dodge the charm, actually. Here we go. TP in, but it's not enough. Some auto attacks over the wall. Mickey wants to finish off this kill. Doesn't quite have the damage onto Kennen with the Spirit Rush.
Duke coming in for a
still
flank.
along the side. He's going to try and get here, but he gets stunned immediately. And dies.
Oh man, that was funny.
Maybe a little overbold.
Oh man.
By Duke, he had about 1/3 HP, no ultimate.
No ignite.
Just gets stuffed by Snowflower on the side.
Hey, good heads up play by Snowflower. But Najin just gonna go for that 4th dragon. Alright, let's look at this again.
Yeah, I mean, there's really just nothing Lyra can do right there. Just gets destroyed by the fish. And then nice sidestep, actually. The mechanics from Duke, very good in that fight. And then Pure, not going to quite die to the Spirit Rush. And then we see Duke about to make epic play. No. Gets ignited and killed by Songyun.
Rip in peace, dude. Rip in peace.
He has a needlessly large rod now. He's certainly not playing this very seriously.
I think he's going for a Zhonya's Hourglass.
I think he is too. I think he just wants the golden ending on top of the troll pole.
Man.
this is he is definitely trying to style here.
Duke,
also,
Duke gonna show CLG how to truly have a golden age here.
well, look at this. The I mean, just taking a look at the items. The Guardian Angel from Watch.
Oh, this is silly.
Yes, it is. It is a silly, silly game.
Oh,
also,
man.
Lyra has a Righteous Glory, not an item that we actually see on this Gragas very frequently. But, you know, they need that speed to make picks. The only way Anarchy comes back into this game is if they make a pick. So having extra speed boost, not actually the worst thing in the world right now for them.
We might even see a third one from Snowflower at this rate too. They just chain the Righteous Glory, so they start from Fountain all the way to like mid lane.
It would be glorious indeed. A glorious charge.
Glorious and righteous charge. Well, another tower goes down for Anarchy. And Pure taking a lot of damage from Mickey.
Yep, just trying to siege up while they still have this Baron. Unfortunately, Duke no longer has a Baron buff as their primary split pusher, which is problematic.
Well,
he
he's
definitely could be going better.
4-man on to Duke 5. Okay, Duke backs off a little bit. And Najin goes back to the mid inhibitor turret. Sangha takes a lot of damage just from ricochets.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of damage, and there's a Lich Bane too onto Goong, so they're able to take through these inhibitors and turrets very, very quickly.
And now they're going for the top inhibitor.
Yes, the methodical closure here from Najin mFire.
Well, when you're almost 20k gold up.
It's not a win if you don't win by 20k, Barry.
Oh, man.
It's all, you know, we really grade teams by how much gold they have over their opponents at the end. Not how fast you can close a game,
but how much gold you accrued. Well,
got to get the money in the bank, Barry.
Oh, man. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
It's right. It intimidates the other teams in the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a 622 Fizz, 503 Evelyn, 218 Victor. That's a lot of assists he picked up.
Yep, and they are actually just going to try and bait someone out here once the wave is clear. They found Lyra. Here we go. So fast! That was just funny.
That was a Sivir ult on top of Righteous Glory. Oh, man.
It was a good pick, actually. And now, nice. They hit the fish onto Songyun, and there's just not much they can do. So will Najin actually be able to close right now? They have super minions coming in. They may just go for the victory. Mickey takes a huge amount of damage from the Death Ray.
Also did a huge amount of damage to OQ, but OQ going to heal it up.
They just got those picks. Okay, fine. Fine, Najin.
Najin.
Fine. Be that way. Just rack up more kills. 18-3 isn't enough. Go ahead and beat the dead horse some more.
Well, Duke picks up the red buff. He's probably just going to let that top lane stack. No, OQ's probably going to take it. Or not. He's just taking Scuttle Crab.
Yep. Need another dragon. 5 dragon stacks are necessary.
Oh,
maybe another Baron. There's the Zhonya's Hourglass for Duke. I fully expect a stylish ending to this game.
Koreans do love their style Zhonyas.
I miss when
Zac
styles
Insect with Jungle Zac building the Zhonya's Hourglass.
And then using it to get the style stasis.
Man.
Yep, that happened.
Well, Duke picks up that big wave in top lane. And he will be crossing the Flame Horizon fairly soon, I feel.
I'm actually surprised it hasn't already happened.
Well, he's 3 CS off. Come on. Nope. He's just going to leave us right there.
Oh, leaving us hanging. No, he's not. He's going to go do something eventually. Here we go. Watch gets into a tangle with Mickey. Mickey nearly dies instantly from the burst. Agony's Embrace not going to be enough to kill him, though. Pure has to back off. Slicing Maelstrom. Where is it? It's going to come in. Oh, it's already been used. On cooldown, actually, so they're not going to get anything else from that.
OQ's going to kill up Lyra, and yep, that is probably going to be the end of the game here.
Yep, the dragon is... the surrender again.
Death before dishonor.
We don't get to see the Zhonya's Fizz in the base. Well, a very crushing victory, over 20,000 gold, the advantage.
22-3, ouch.
And it started so well. Very crisp early game from Najin, as we've come to expect, but They definitely could have closed it quicker. They went for a very lengthy, you can't fault them too much, it was a very methodical win.
Yep.
And they kept on snowballing the lead, so it wasn't like they stagnated really at any given point in time. But another rough loss for Anarchy as they've been beaten up quite a bit recently.
Well, fantastic win straight off from the level 1 fight for Najin mFire.
It was such a brilliant level 1 from Najin too.
Yeah, I wonder
it
who
was
called
very,
that.
very impressive.
Wonder who called that.